Hi, welcome back to another show. My name is Jitu Jason, and you're watching Impact India. You are going to like this news. There's only one news today, which is about OYO versus Zostel. There's a 6,650 crore IPO, which has this 7% equity fight going on about it. Now, let me catch you up on what happened. 10 years ago, in 2016, OYO tried to acquire Zostel Rooms, or Zo Rooms as it is called. Um, Now, the problem is that OYO promised 7% equity in return for the acquisition. Now, Zostel claims that 7% was never given, which is true. OYO didn't give the 7% equity to Zostel till date. Now, OYO claims that the acquisition was non-binding, okay, and it did not close. That's the argument they are giving. But OYO did acquire staff and IP and a bunch of other things, but there's no payment done for that because A, it was not a binding agreement. B, the acquisition did not close. Now, what the hell does that mean exactly? Now, this is where the twists happen. This is more dramatic than Ekta Kapoor's TV series. So Zostel Rooms were struggling since 2015 to get funding, okay? And while the acquisition was going on in 2016, the company kind of died smack in the middle of the acquisition. Okay, in February 2016, it died. There's no more Zo Rooms anymore. Zostel exists as hostels, but Zo Rooms is not a business anymore. It went extinct in February of 2016, right in the middle of the acquisition. So if you're selling a cat to someone and the cat dies as you're giving it to someone else, does that someone owe you money now? That is the whole story. That is the whole controversy here. That is the fight going on for the last 10 years. So Zostel decided to give their dying business to OYO, and smack in the middle of that, it just evaporated. And OYO is saying, "What the fuck? Like, why do we owe you 7% if we are not getting anything out of this?" And it's not anything. They did acquire staff and some IP and all of that, but the business is effectively dead. Nobody's making money from Zo Rooms anymore. Neither Zostel nor OYO. It died smack in the middle of the transaction. That is why OYO keeps saying that the transaction never completed and it never went through because it died. The business died smack in the middle of the acquisition. So it makes no sense to give 7% to a company that you didn't acquire alive. Okay, nobody acquires a dead company, by the way. So that is the whole controversy going on. So Zorooms was already struggling financially. Oyo attempted to acquire it, took over its listings, and apparently absorbed much of its team. But the acquisition never legally closed. Zorooms then just disappeared. So that is the controversy. That is why courts have not ruled in the favor of Zostel, but it hasn't also given a clean chit to Oyo either. But as of now, the courts have not ruled that Oyo needs to pay anything as of today. And we'll see. This is the next court date is August 12th. Today, that is. So we'll see what will happen. Stay tuned for more updates on this news and share this with someone who is interested in Oyo or Zostel news. Share this with them. Now let's move on to the next news, which is it's not a news actually. India needs a lot of builders. We are a nation of processes and systems. We keep building processes and systems, but we don't actually innovate or invent anything. If you have that itch in the brain, if you are somebody who thinks differently, who are a visionary, who doesn't like the typical rat race, nothing wrong with that. If who wants to get out of that, whole get a degree, get a job, and all of that, thing. It is good. It works for some people, a lot of people actually. But if you are outside that, if you're outside that bubble, consider joining my Telegram group, and we can build something together. I'm looking for builders. I'm looking for people who are motivated to actually tinker with things. Yeah. What else? What I'm offering is a network. What I'm offering is a group of people that are similar minded, like minded. We would think like a hive mind and get shit done. The things that we need, we will build it together. If you're a developer, I'm mostly looking for developers, not mechanical or electronics engineers. If you are a developer, consider joining my Telegram group. We can build something together, obviously. So if you are someone who has a builder itch who wants to build software and programs and things like that, consider joining my Telegram group. The link should be somewhere in my bio or something. I cannot put it in my description anymore because it's kind of spamming. So go to my bio and click on the Telegram link and join it. And I will see you on the other side. And yes, this group is a little toxic. So if you are squeamish, if you don't like toxicity, don't join. Okay, this is not a place for babies. Okay, this is a place for warriors. Okay. Think of this like, the Viking raiding party. We can band together and go on raids and then conquer and conquest everything that we see, something like that. That's what this group is mostly. I'm trying to build it like that. We'll see where it goes. Okay. That's it for today. I will see you in the next one. Until next time, bye.